What's up, everyone? This is the recap for UFC 302 that just went down literally 20 minutes ago. We're in the studio. I am still buzzing from what an incredible fight Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev had. Yes, some might have had it 3-1 going into the fifth round. Some might have had it 2-2 going into the fifth round. But what a fight Poirier gave us.
All I got to say is I am physically and emotionally drained. Look at my forehead. I'm dripping sweat. My body's starting to cramp for all the tense moments when Poirier looked like he was putting it on. But what an amazing fight it was. I mean, the guts and the heart and the determination of Dustin Poirier, I think, is better and bigger than any fighter in the entire UFC and maybe ever. Not only did he battle having his nose shattered in the second round, and probably has a torn ligament in his knee in the fourth round, and he was there in the fifth round, standing in the middle of the octagon, pointing to the octagon, telling Islam to get the beep off of him in those clinches. What an amazing performance, and what amazing heart from Dustin Poirier.
Not only the heart of Dustin Poirier, but let's talk about the heart of Islam Makhachev. Holy crap. 5 rounds of what an incredible pace Dustin Poirier gave us, taking blows after blows and staying in the pocket with him. He's a champion for a reason, and congrats to Islam Makhachev. Yeah. What a Darce choke it was for Islam Makhachev.
I think one of the hard things about being an MMA fan, and a fight like this, it's Dustin Poirier's last fight. He's coming out to diamond on his walkout. He's there in the fifth round in a very competitive round. Sometimes it starts to overshadow what Islam did. Islam fought a phenomenal fight. He scored takedowns. He was phenomenal on the feet. That left hand had a piston all night. He rocked Dustin Poirier in the first round. That left hand and that right hook was on all night. So you want to talk about Khabib being dominant on the ground. Like we said in the prediction show, Islam's a whole nother animal. Yeah, he might get hit more. Yeah, he's a dog. But he has a dog in his heart to keep going. And what a phenomenal fight. And just one more thing to touch on. What a phenomenal takedown. In that fifth round, he got to a single leg. Dustin Poirier looked like he was going to defend the single leg like he had been doing all night long. And the way he pulled up the ankle pick and pulled him back toward himself, sweeping his leg just to get Poirier on the ground, just for enough time to get to a guillotine and ultimately get to a Garce. That is high-level wrestling, and that is high-level mixed martial arts.
And it's a shame that Dustin Poirier's knee got injured in the fight, and we heard him talk about it in the post-fight interview. He said whenever Islam hit him with that swipe, he was done. He could not get up from that. He tried to get up, but just wasn't there. But I would say the biggest burn moment and what has changed Islam Makhachev's career is that Volkanovski head kick he landed. Volkanovski was #1 pound for pound in the whole entire world. Dude is on a tear. Absolute tear. And you go out there, granted, Volk did take it on a week or two notice, but still, Islam Makhachev knocked him out and then comes out and fights Dustin Poirier, arguably one of the best and smoothest boxers I've ever seen, and trading with him and rocking him.
Not only did he trade, he was standing in the middle of the octagon in the fifth round with him after being busted open with an elbow. Islam Makhachev, you deserve to be champion. I have a whole new praise for you in this fight because not only were you beaten, not only were you battered, but you were there in the fifth round and you ultimately used an excelled height of mixed martial arts knowledge and IQ to win this fight. So what an amazing fight. But moving into the co-main event, that was a different fight in itself. I think the burn moment was that judge that gave Paulo Costa the fight. You cannot tell me there is a single person in the entire world that can honestly sit there, rewatch the fight, walk through it with me, the key moments that Paulo Costa had, and told me he run 4 rounds. Like, it is mind-boggling, and the judges were like that all night
night
long. And that's a shame that you have when you go to these parts. Yes, New York is amazing. Yes, New Jersey is amazing. What an amazing night it was. But when you go to these athletic commissions that don't have fights on a regular basis, this is what you're going to get. We have gotten spoiled to all the same judges that see fights every single week here in the Apex, here in T-Mobile, in Las Vegas. But you cannot tell me Paulo Costa won that fight.
No. And whoever that judge was that scored it, Paulo Costa winning that fight, deserves not to judge another fight in his life.
It is mind-boggling that he probably has a job after tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy because sitting there watching the fight, I was trying to think, did Paulo Costa win a round? And I didn't think he won one round of that fight. Granted, dude, like how I said in the prediction show, if you fight Sean Strickland's fight, you will be toast. You need to throw high volume. And you guys saw more Paulo Costa threw, the better he looked. But still, Sean Strickland got it done. Well-deserved. You are definitely fighting for the world title next, regardless of what happens in the Hamzat and Robert Whittaker fight.
It's like he said in the interview. He's a company man. He fought the number 7 guy in the world when he didn't have to. He could have waited out, fought next year after Izzy and Duplessis. But my biggest burn moment, I'm going to give it to Sean Strickland because in the first 10 seconds of that fight, Paulo Costa landed 3 vicious calf kicks, and you can instantly see the face on Sean Strickland wince. That calf was affected for 25 minutes. He went to southpaw 30 seconds into the fight. Granted, he's always switching stances, but we have never seen Sean Strickland go to southpaw that early in a fight. But the way that he was able to dig deep, to bite down on his mouthpiece, to pressure Paulo Costa all night long and walk him down with his jab, walk him down with his push kicks was beautiful and is the style for a champion. And I think he will be champion once again.
Yes, I 100% agree. To round this up, this will definitely be a separate video, and it will definitely be a video, is what's next for the Diamond Dustin Poirier.